I'm glad you're here, Sylvia. I felt bad about how our last excursion ended. I shouldn't have left things the way I did. And I'm particularly sorry to have spoiled what could have been a romantic moment. I was hoping you'd let me make it up to you with ice cream.
That's the best idea I've heard all day. Let's go.
Go? Go where?
To the ice cream parlor.
Parlor? You mean they've got a whole shop just for ice cream? That's wild and wildly unnecessary. Making ice cream at home is easy. Come on, I'll show you.
Is that an ice cream cauldron?
You're not far off the mark. We've just got to add some rock salt, heavy cream, basilisk milk, and various flavorings.
Basilisk milk?
Nah, I'm only pulling your leg. Basilisk milk's freezing point is far too low. We'll use plain old Minotaur milk.
I could help.
You essentially do this for a living. I can't have you stirring on your break.
I may be spoiled for all other ice cream.
Then we'll have to do this again. I'm determined to invent a palatable saffron-flavored variety. But does this mean my apology is accepted? My behavior at the beach forgotten?
Yes, say no more. You don't owe me any further explanations.
I'm very grateful that you're giving me the time and space to process my feelings. It makes me feel like I can be honest with you. And while it may be true that I don't owe an explanation, I think it'd do me good to get some of this off my chest.
I'm all ears.
We were speaking before about the day a group of heroes came to Rafta's shores. They slayed Maven's Kraken on their path to strike down the Witch Queen herself.
And you were there?
I was there, but I wasn't a spectator. The truth is, I was one of the heroes.
Wait, really? You aren't pulling my leg? Saffron, that's amazing. Why didn't you tell me you're famous?
If I were truly famous, would you need to be told?
You know what I mean. You lived history, Saffron. You made history.
I think history would have gotten along just fine without us. We were all of us too green. Looking back, we were little more than kids. But we were absolutely certain of our own ability.
Process I've been streaming silently
So
for
eager to make our
the
mark
last
on the world.
9 minutes. Well,
We got our
7 minutes.
chance when the Heroes Guild finally decided to move against Witch Queen Maven.
So, Oh, well, I accidentally muted this somehow. Uh, I mentioned earlier when I paused for a second. Um, I'll go back over a few things. Um, I'm sad that she's ruined for all other ice cream because she goes get some ice cream with mint all the time at the parlor. And then what I was pointing out when I was pointing at her arm over and over again is that when she changes poses, her arm creaks. Can't believe I forgot to unmute. I went to check to make sure my chips noise wasn't too loud. And then at the beginning of stream, when I sat down and I was making gestures at my shirt and stuff, I had done my pre-stream check and I made sure I had my snack and a drink. And I sat down and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. I had forgotten to put on a shirt after my shower earlier. I'd put on the rest of my clothes and forgot to put on a shirt. And so I ran to put on a shirt like right after I had clicked start on stream, and I was like, "Oh right, I need to go do that." Ran and grabbed it. Saffron flavored ice cream. Oof. The guild's leadership claimed she had taken control of the people here and was building a monstrous army to invade the mainland.
I think even at the time, part of me knew that wasn't true.
Why would they lie about that?
Why else? Money. Maven had taken a barren island and infused it with magic. The guild and the royals and aristocrats it serves wanted access to this place, to its resources. She refused to barter with them, so they found a reason to move against her. They told us we were defending our home. In hindsight, I think we were only invading someone else's. There were no captives to liberate, just a small community of outcasts here by choice, and there was no army of monsters. Just a single kraken guarding the harbor. We didn't anticipate that.
A big one, judging by the skull.
You can say that again. It had gorged itself on magic, like everything else here. It was the hardest fight we'd ever been in. I was grievously injured. I would have died if not for our healer, Shaylee. We called her the She-Wolf, and she earned her name that day, defending me with a ferocity like nothing I'd seen before. After the battle, Shaylee and the others wanted to press on right away. Maven had to know we were there. Stealth was no longer an option. But my injuries were too severe. I needed time to recover. They left me in town, which was just a tiny collection of huts at this point. Recruited a local boy to be their guide and struck off to face Maven without me. I guess you know what happened after that. I never saw them again.
Saffron, I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
It was all a long time ago. Most days I feel at peace with it.
Wait a second. So if the local boy, we've established that Robin was hired to be a guide. He must have been the local boy they hired to be the guide. He's the sole survivor of the battle with Maven, right? He's praised as a hero. We're all disgruntled by the lizard on his shoulder. What if, just like how I'm pretty sure the uncle is the owl, what if the lizard on his shoulder is Maven? And the whole local hero thing, yeah, he was local, is the thing. So he might not have been against Maven, as the stories portray.
Occasionally the grief sneaks up on me, catches me off guard, overwhelms me. So that's my secret. For all my talk about tranquility, I'm actually a big hot mess.
You're a vision of grace.
Vision of grace. I couldn't be more impressed with you.
That's kind. So long as you don't start looking at me as some wounded thing. I have regrets, but I don't wallow in them. And I try my best to avoid picking up any new ones. But I regret how I acted at the beach. So I wanted to apologize, and I wanted to explain. And now I can take a breath and let it go.
Just like that?
Just like that. Stress can't get its claws into you if you don't let it. And mindfulness makes you master of your own mental domain.
And here's our new card. Mindfulness. Discard a stress card from your hand. All right. And was that one of the cards that we needed for... I pulled it up so I can look at it in my minimized state. Ah, okay. So in the core of this, it is tranquility from Saffron's max friendship or mindfulness. Because you need to be able to get rid of stress cards from your hand. I'm getting there. I'm slowly but surely building up to the... I'm slowly but surely building up to the deck build.
Here I come.
I think we're waiting on Sid now.
Thank you for hearing me out, Sylvia. I honestly feel much better. And I promise to be less volatile from here on out.
Okay. But now, Saffron is our next romance option, most likely, because I think Mint's going to take a while because I keep needing to send Mint out on adventures. Saffron likes plant. Mandrake root. I wish the gift would become grayed out like this when you're done giving them gifts for the day. We'll pop back up to Quinn. He liked slime, right? That's his thing? Yeah. Sack of slime. And why don't we spend a little money... just getting the basic gifts again. Bones for the person for Mint. Okay. I don't think I know anybody who likes flesh. That might change. But rotfly larva is probably our best bug. I don't think I have an insect that's cheaper. Yeah. It's a lot of green. Or these are... That's from the Thunder Place. I should get some of these static spiderlings. Legitimately should get those for some potions. The rest of stuff is restocking on gift items, but... Muktuk. I hope you are ready, Muktuk, because you are about to get a squid. Mm-hmm. And then you like fruit. OMG, super cute. What have you got from marketing stuff? Base price of potions that taste good. Okay. I could go sell a bunch of mana potions, but... And pixie dust gem for you. A salt and pepper. Well, like ore. Meow, 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 meow. Do you have it? Ooh, I don't have one of these. I do think I've gotten one of those. I don't think I've gotten one of these. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. So I'll invest to get one of these phantom palms. Even though I've been sending Mint out to the coast all the time. He likes flowers, right? That's his whole thing. Yeah. One of these points I'll just start remembering them all. Ooh, that's a rank up for Baptiste. Do we do that now? Yeah, why not? I could make some time, he says.
Sylvia, I'm troubled and I could use a spot of advice. I overheard some of my people. They were questioning my qualifications. They suggested that I'm only good for pushing papers, that I have no idea what it's like to do what they do. And after I found such marvels at the market too, I thought for certain the instantaneous coffee would win them over. I need the heroes in my employ to respect me if I'm going to have any hope of keeping our numbers up. But I'm unsure how to go about earning that respect.
Go on patrol. Show them you're not asking them to take on any risk you wouldn't take yourself.
Lead by example, eh? I think I like the idea. I think I like it quite a lot. I have to prove that I understand the danger. Only then will I have the right to send others into the line of fire. I confess I'd rather spend the day catching up on chores, but sometimes there can be no forward momentum without first giving up some ground. I suppose that's the technique you could use in your own negotiations.
Compromise. Cost 2. Raise interest to the next level. Permanently block the highest available level of interest. Effect ignores customer shield. That's crazy. It's a crazy combo, too.
Yeah, no kidding. My whole life is about compromise.
Then I hope you won't put up too much of a fight when I insist you join me on patrol. Onward! It's not so bad out here, is it? I mean, there's an awful lot of dirt, but so far nothing's tried to eat us. But hold! What's that rustling in yonder bush? Fear not, my lady. I shall protect you.
Oh no. Baptiste steps in front of Sylvia as a slime jumps out of the bush. Sylvia freezes, unsure what to do. She has no experience fighting slimes, but neither does Baptiste, I think is what that said. Before Sylvia can act, Baptiste pulls a pair of daggers from his boots. He lunges forward, slashing with his tin wind blades. The slime is cut to oozy ribbons in a matter of seconds.
Well, I wasn't expecting to run into trouble quite so soon, but consider it dispatched.
This is...
Was hot. I enjoyed watching you leap into action like that.
That's gonna be the flirting there. Yeah.
And knowing you were watching made me feel bold. Now, let me harvest anything that might be of use from the remains. And then, we picnic!
Is a picnic usually part of patrol duty?
Well, no, but I think I've sufficiently proven myself. And there is no sense in letting the caviar I brought go bad.
Up until now, I've only ever used fish eggs for potions.
Then that settles it! We must picnic forthwith! Because caviar can turn quickly. And what a shame it would be for us to vanquish a slimy foe. Only to be vanquished in turn by spoiled roe.
That rhyme was so bad. I mean, it was a good rhyme, but it was so dumb. Ugh, that one hurt a little bit. Gift. You like bugs. You like bugs. Take a bug. All right. Well, let's see. The ocean coasts is where we're getting stuff done right now. What's that? 1, 2, 6, 13, 27. I mean, 1 grand healing potion would do it. I think I'd have to do 2 of those. How much? That's 183. Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means with you, I can spend a speed potion to make sure you get this done in 2 hours, so that you're available for the next after the next sell date. And then you won't need mana. Increases the chance your heroes will retrieve ingredients with good traits by 25%. Let's do one of these. And one of these. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead, we'll gain a chunk of XP. Let's do it. I'm trying not to spend too much money right now, because like I said, I have to get up over a certain amount. So I'm trying to be at least somewhat restrained with my spending. Let me see what's going on with my cauldrons now. Are these ready or these need time? They're ready. Okay. Okay. This is a new one. Greater Shadow Tonic. Accept. And a minor alertness enhancer. Right, because this is one that I brewed specifically to try and get a lower town. Of course, I got to the common. That was one of the ones that I was trying to brew to get the lower tiers. So poison, I still need a lowest tier, and I still need drowsiness cure lowest tier. I'm just happy to have a Shadow Tonic one. Now that I think about it though, right? I feel like I could probably get that lower. Because what I need to do, right, is I need to do E. What do I have that's pure E? It's just this one, right? So I do this, right, for 30. And then it would just be, what do I have that's only green? So 5 of these. Right? Like that would do it. Or do I have one that's worth... I have one that's worth 4. But 4 can't go into 30. But I could replace that and do 1, 2, 3. No, not that. Okay, that would get me common. I'd get 7. It would take 7 hours to brew, but thankfully I did did grab some of this stuff to lower that down to a 2 hour. That way I have something to bottle after. Okay, what's next? I'm kind of just like doing personal projects at this point. 1 blue, 1 green for the lowest one. Okay, so what's the lowest blue that I have? Or do I have a blue that's worth 30? Or if I do a Shadow Veil Pearl, right? Which is worth 20. And then I do 5 of these. That gets me perfectly balanced minor thunder tonic. I'm probably gonna end up getting the tear up. Is this one that I was trying to get like actually the lowest? It is. So this one might be better to do an unbalanced one. So what if I did this? Right? Because that was worth what, 20? That one's worth 18. So this would give me the 1 star completion. With the chance of gaining a bonus star, which would get me there to there, I think, is how that would work. It's still 6. I'd love to get 7. Okay, actually, wait. What if instead of doing... Hello? I would like to grab this. Okay, hello? It, like, stopped listening to me for a second. Okay, what if I did this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead of lowering that, I raised this one. Hello? I don't know what was going on there. Like, refused to grab stuff for some reason. Alright. So now it's slightly unbalanced. It's slightly raised the Magimin count. But the hope is I only get the 1 star to there. Because I don't want to go up to the next tier is the idea. But I want to get as many potions as I can per brew. And I'd still spend 1 log on this. To get it down to 2. Okay. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Last things last. I could finally try and do the red and purple. Okay. This is the only pure purple thing I have. I have quite a few pure red stuff. And I only have 1, and I can't buy more right now. So I'd want to do like a... I might have to wait for this one. I need more purple stuff. And it's weird because like... Okay, what happens if I get rid of that and I just requires purple, right? And then I come over and I click has to have red, doesn't have to have purple. And then I sit here and just like pile on the... Because I'm not going to get the Magimin balance perfect right now anyways. Hello, Rowan. Hello. How goes? Okay, so this will let me brew it? Chance of losing a star upon completion. Interesting. I'm doing some testing. I was influenced, but you can't be mad because I got lucky. What do you mean? You gamble on something, but you got lucky, so I can't be mad? Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. DT. Okay, wait, that's 12. So what if I instead 2 flowers? Then those are perfectly balanced, but I have that yellow. Okay, I'm gonna lose that star no matter what. What tier is common? Common is the first one. Okay, yeah, common is the second tier. So this would be the second tier still. But if I did this, right? And then I'd have 30 more. Or actually, wait. If I did this and this. Because it's not going to be perfectly balanced anyways. That gets me up to a greater stamina, and I get 7 out of 7. 8 hours to brew. Rough. Let's do one of these guys and then that guy. But let's finally brew a stamina potion, I think. Just so I can have brewed of one of every potion available to me. Okay. That felt weird, not doing a perfectly balanced one. I don't like it. All right. All right. I'm super in and out of service, so IDK, if you read that. I did read that. I said, what? Did somebody convince you to gamble or something? And you got lucky, so I can't be mad that you gambled? I just forgot that I just clicked open up shop. Okay. This place is shaping up nicely. I can feel magic coming out of this one. Oh, you're starting with things. This first. Muscle memory is not going to do much right now, but there's no point in not doing them. And I should do that early since I have it. Oh, I got a percent of stress already. It's not looking good for me right now. Raise interest, draw a card, captivate. Press the attack. Can muscle memory. Oh, it's not enough. That's not going to be enough either. Darn. I was so close to actually maxing that one out. I was only one thing off. Next in line, but I'm not going to risk the more stress of failing that. Who is this person? Peppy Entertainer. Good morning, good morning. Let's get this day started. This looks pretty great if the price is right. Okay, well let's do both our muscle memories, I suppose. Then pump up for the next turn. I had nothing to block the 2 stress and fuming. Let's see, scowling. Wait a minute, if we just focus for a minute, what is this? That's dumb. That's so dumb. I don't want to finish the turn, honestly. Let's see what I can get if I press the attack. What is that? That's... This should finish it up. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. Can't wait to try it. All right. I don't even know which ones I'm selling right now. I'm just kind of gliding off of what I had last. This town is growing really fast. I'm going into battle. I want your strongest potion of health. Cool. Boom. I might as well gain the 2 shields since you're going to try and stress me out by 2. And let's go ahead and blitz ya. In turn. So, Rowan, are you going to tell me what I'm not supposed to get mad at you about, or... Okay. Pump up. Enthusiasm. Muscle memory. Pump up. In turn. I can see you have your reservations. Captivate. Captivate. Keep up your guard. Sympathy. I won't plant the seed. In turn. I block all of the stress. I'm hoping to get one of the closers. Okay, cool. Oh, but I also get a muscle memory, which doesn't cost any patience. Very nice. That wouldn't give me what I want. Okay, yeah. Sleight of hand is what I want here. Have a nice day. Who's next? I'm on a shopping spree, and I'm not sorry. This potion might be the one for me. What do you think? Well, let's do that to get rid of the debuff that will be on there. See, that goes up to 28 with a pump up, which is more than if I did it on the other one. So... Oh, Luna only has 5 more patience? I did not process how low Luna's patience is. Also, 3 stress turn 1. Man, Luna, you are brutal. Pump up for 26 there, I think is the play. I go pump up, and then I go there, because that maxes interest and gives me the buff, and finishes out the sale. Take care. Step right up. Good to see you. I mean it. Want to spend some money if that's all right. You need them both to... This one seems more doable than some I've had in the past. I'll accept it, and if I can't do it, I can't do it. Which I think is kind of the thing every time, so... Are you going to try and stress me out? No, you're just going to gain shield and give me a debuff, but there's nothing I can do about the debuff. I think I just pump up, save the patience, and not play keep up your guard. Because I'm going to get the debuff no matter what, because my shields don't block debuffs, which I think they should. Of course I drew a freaking stress card. Muscle memory, no point in not playing it, and plant the seed. Yep, and that gave me tension. Okay. Give me some sympathy. Pump up. Blitz. There we go. It doesn't max it, sadly, but it gets me far enough. And I get to avoid that extra stress. Okay.
That's all of them for now.
Okay, okay. One sell period got me just under 1,000, which is not bad, and only 8% stress today, so I will take it. When does Mint get back? I know I couldn't give Mint any things. Is Mint's gonna be gone like the whole day? Ooh, new floor. Malachite ore. Interesting. Abyssalite. And that's the Dwarf Kraken. Okay. And some Nessie pheromones. Alright. I can't give you any more. She knows we're on a budget? When did we discuss that? I could send you out on another adventure, or I could hang out with you. But before we do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and collect my brewed potions. Gotta collect them all. Let's bottle these bad boys up. Let's get these greater stamina potions. We did not lose. Or no, the Magiman balance was stable? When did we get it? Oh, maybe it's because we got it so far above the 20 that it became stable instead of unstable. Interesting. Just not perfectly balanced. And then we go over here, we collect our other thing, we'll bottle this guy. We got our minor thunder tonic, which is what I wanted. And bottle. And our common shadow tonic. Very nice, very nice. Blocks 5 points of shadow damage to your hero. Nice. Alright. So. Now. We gonna brew some stuff. I could brew lower versions of this, but I'm not gonna bother right now because I do not have the stuff for it. To make like a decent number of this lower tier potions, at least. And like there's like I could try and brew some lower tier stuff, but let's just brew something decent. I could just do some health potions. You know what I could do? I could do 2 batches of health no. That would only work if I were to lower it to like 2 hours. Let's go look at what I got in stock real quick. Okay, so I have some tonics. And I have potions, or shelves I have. What have I got going on that vending machine? In the vending machine, I was kind of planning on putting these lower tier ones. Just because they were they weren't brewed for use or for sale. They were kind of brewed for my own personal gratification. Hence why I'm just kind of throwing them in there. I have quite a few greater fire tonics, which is kind of funny. I got some greater mana potions going on, but those are specifically for adventuring. Thunder tonics are useful for adventuring, so I'd like to keep at least one of a few of these. At least one stack of a few of these. So, I think brewing the greater health potions rather than the grand health potions, I think brewing some of those so that I can sell some would be good. And I do want to sell 1 grand health potion at some point. And then I kind of been sticking to selling tonics on here. I'll sell enhancers and stuff once I get an enhancer table. So we'll do that. And then in our brewing, I will brew 2 things of health potions, but just not the grand ones, just the graders. Okay, let's see here. What do I want to do here? If I do... It'd be like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more of these. Would be perfectly balanced at 120, 120. I get greater. If it goes up to grand, I'm not going to be upset, but... and then I just throw one of these guys in here to reduce it to 2 hours. And then, do I have the stuff to do that again? Kind of. Okay, and then this one's going to be thunder, which is blue and green. Okay. And I want to try and get greater. Okay. Greater. Okay. Let's see here. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got for blue specifically? Oh, right. Okay, you know, I'm going to have to spend a little more money. Travel to Quinn. I'm starting to run low on like reasonable ingredients. Oh right, expand. I gotta give you the 2 new ores. I could do something with that. Cool. Hand it over. Boom. Set. Shop. Best ingredients in town. Filters. I need. Blue. Okay, here's some thoughts. What if I get some of the Ghost Light Blossoms? Get some more glass ore. There's these guys, which had pure blue, a decent amount of pure blue. I've just processed that's the wrong one. I need miasma spores, not the Ghost Light Blossoms that I bought. And this is balanced the other way around. I'll grab like 3 of these. Okay, that's it though. That's all my spending. Okay. Go back to go brew my last thing. I'm gonna hang out with Sid again, because Sid is the last one that I need to get up to a certain amount to... Oh, I almost clicked the wrong button there. Sid is the one that I need to get to the last amount of hangout required. So if I do this... 2... I need to make up 20... It's such a weird number. Like, that would get me Common Thunder. Okay, what's the one that I got that was reverse? I got... Did I not buy? Oh, wait, no, it's these guys. Because it's 18 and 6, which is an interesting number. Okay, let me... If I put in like 2 of these and then figure out what I can use my last 3 to balance with. I'd need a 4 in blue, which I don't think I have. But what if I did this? Which brings it to 58 and 74. What does that do? Brings it to within a 2. But it brings me up to greater. And it's very stable. What was that one? That was 18? Don't I have... I have that for 12. I don't have like a blue 4, huh? a green 4 and a green 8. Okay, what if if I pull this out and then I do that, it brings it up to 64. How much does that make it away? 2? So 2 of these. That'll guarantee me the star, the tier up, and then the other star. And I get 7 potions out of it, which is kind of more the goal. Okay, I'm finally balanced with these 2 being even, and then I'm missing some cocoons, but I think I'll finally use a coral. Okay, those will all take 2 hours. Gonna get a bunch of health potions, some more greater thunder tonics, which will be good for when I'm doing runs in that dungeon again. Alright. So now we travel, we hang out with Sid. We're gonna read some more fan mail, I think. I've almost been going for an hour. That was over here. Ah, I see. I saw a message that I saw a ding for a notification. I was like, oh, I might need to answer that. I should check that. It's nothing important. All right. Yeah, I think we read fan mail here. We might do another sale cycle after this to finish off the day. Sylvia helps Sid sort through fan mail. It's especially amused by an enclosed illustration drawn in crayon. I'd say I'd never looked better. Want to keep that in your wallet? Sylvia feels a fair amount closer to Sid and moderately less stressed. There's a Sid rank up, which is 1 step closer to what we need. Let's go for it. How about your place?
Hey, thanks for having me over. I'm excited to do some cooking. It feels so wholesome. I'm having all sorts of domestic fantasies right now. It's ridiculous.
Domestic
Anyway,
fantasies,
I
you
brought
say?
veggies and a fresh loaf of bread. But here's the main attraction.
Sid produces 2 slabs of glistening red meat. It's far fresher than anything Sylvia has been able to afford.
Hold on. Did you?
What? Take down a dinosaur and carve off steaks for us? No way, Syl. I mean, thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm not quite operating at that level yet. No, I bought these dinosaur steaks, like a normal person. Now, where's your kitchen?
It's not so much a kitchen as an open fire with a cauldron hanging over it.
I can work with that. You got any salt?
Sid sets the steak sizzling and then peruses the books on Sylvia's shelves.
It's a great space, but living in your shop, it must make it hard to strike a healthy work-life balance.
I make time for friends.
I make time for friends. We're hanging out now, right?
So you're not just spending time with me for the haggle tips? I'm teasing you. I'm glad we're hanging out. I'm glad we're friends. And I'm glad you're striving for some kind of balance. Because take it from somebody who knows, burnout is real. You have to be able to step back from the rat race every now and then. Have to make room for other pursuits. I've even skipped out on a few rehearsals recently. I just couldn't swing everything, you know? Left me a little underprepared for my performances. But I've always been good at improvising.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You don't have the luxury of following a script when a customer walks in.
You learn something new. Improv. Draw 3 cards at 0 cost or 1 patience. Oh, that are 0 cost or 1 patience. Cards are chosen from deck at random. Okay.
Thinking of it like improv will help. Although it's usually better to stick with a recipe when crafting potions. Or cooking.
Cooking, right. We need to flip those steaks.
While Sid ascends to the meat, Sylvia stokes the fire. The fire gives her an annoyed look, but she doesn't take it personally. Is the fire alive? When did we establish this? Since when was the fire alive?
Treat this is for me. I've gone entire years without preparing a single meal. This is exactly why I came here, you know? To just live for a while. To do things for myself. I'm starting to feel downright average.
You could never be
You
average.
could never be average. Sorry, you're just too great.
Well, that hardly sounds like bad news, coming from you. And I'll admit that songwriting is going better than I'd hoped. I could use your input again, though.
No, no.
What do you think? Should our hero have powers to set them apart? Or should they rely on pluck, smarts, and charm over special abilities?
I think this one allows us to do either or for this. We already did. Yeah, let's do personality. Underdog with a
I like a
personality.
hero who makes her own opportunities.
Makes it easier to relate, doesn't it? Thanks for the input, Sylvia. Hang on, is something burning?
The dinosaur steaks. Once Sid pointed out the smell of smoke and charred meat is unmistakable. They act quickly, but it's too late to save the steaks. The overstimulated fire is gnawing away at the blackened meat, and he spits and sizzles at Sylvia's approach.
He shouldn't have stoked the fire. I got him all riled up.
Hey, no harm done. We've still got veggies and bread. And I swiped a half-empty bottle of wine from the bar when Baptiste's back was turned. No, wait, I meant I swiped a half-full bottle of wine.
Hey, look at that. I also just noticed that Sid's fingernails are painted different colors. There's blue, pink, and yellow mixed in, which must play into Sid's normal pop star identity. I would assume that that's from Sid's normal pop star identity rather than this Sid's identity.
That's looking on the bright side.
Hey, when I'm with you, bright side is easy to find.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to click. I hope that was the actual end of that. I didn't want to click the skip button. I was trying to stop the autoplay. Alright, I don't think that was the end. I think there was probably a couple more sentences. Anyways. That means we're at where with everybody now? Also, is mint available now? Ooh, 630, nice. Let's go collect our potions. Accept. Oh, it became a grand one. This also became a grand one. Okay, that's good to know. Bottle. Common became greater. Very nice. Alright, return. I do plan on brewing more. I might just brew some like low level health potions, something that I can just throw in the thing and just like use a bunch of the like lower tier stuff that I've been like buying for gifts. But there is a mint, and we need to go give Mint a gift of bone. And also check on what we got. Sea salt. Messy pheromones. Some more coral, nice. Dwarf krakens. Needed some more dwarf krakens. Gift, before I forget. We are so in sync. And then maybe send you out on an adventure again. To the ocean coasts for one last time. then it would be like this. And this maybe? Or make sure you're available for tomorrow morning. Test that. 2, 3. Oh, mana potion, mana potion. Gosh darn it. Instead of doing the extra loot, let's do the getting it done faster. Keep forgetting Mint's really low on mana. Okay. And then she'll be back tomorrow morning, but with all this loot. Yeah, because I'm not hanging out. I'm going to do another cell cycle here. So I'll also send Sid out. Spend a little bit more money on getting... Since I get the buff from the ocean right now. And Sid's expedition can be a bit more robust. Do any of these have just bad traits? Yeah, this one. And then speed potion to get you back home faster. 222, 97. Let's that. And then you won't need a... Yeah, so you get to do greater sight and awareness. Okay. And then we'll see if we get anything new. When it's sink or swim, I swim. But we'll see Sid in the morning. Okay. We can't even hang out with Sid again today. So, I think we go back. We set up brewing something. And then we sell some potions. Now the question is, what do I actually brew? I think I go... Like I said, I think I'm going to brew something that's like... easy. And low tier. I had something that's like red and yellow, right? Recently this. So I could do that, and then I could just do... Or I could... What's the process if I do like 4 of these? I already get into the greater tier doing that many of those. And then I could just do Nessie and Kappa, huh? I could do that. Or how much more would that raise it? That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? And I could throw in one of these to make sure it's ready by tomorrow morning. And then I can do the same thing in my other 7 ingredient cauldron. Aw, I was really hoping to get all 5 of those lined up on the bottom. Okay. And then one more coral down here. And then over here, it's just 8, so I'll just do something that's perfectly balanced here. Sure. We'll do, what does red and green get me? Health potion? Except let's pull both of these out. Well, no, those are worth 8, technically. So we'll take them in. We'll keep them in. That would get me up to common. Could easily replace a couple of those with right, it's red and green. That's yellow. Like, I could do some things to mix it up. Let's do this. Just so that I have some stuff popping up. And then I don't have any actual wood, huh? Let's go over to Saffron's and buy a chunk of wood, just so that it's all done at the same time. Travel to Saffron. I'd like to purchase some fuel. Might as well just buy all of the logs we can. In fact, I'm going to buy a few of these, like maybe 10. Just so that I have them. I won't bother with the rest of that right now. Travel. Back home. Stretch. Okay. Brew. To the one that I haven't finished the brewing process yet. Get rid of that. And wood. There we go. Or I could save the wood for tomorrow and do 2 of these. Yeah, I'll save the wood for another day and do 2 of those. Okay. And then I can shove those common potions just into the vending machine easy. Alright. Then we open up shop now to sell a little bit more. And then I think we're probably just going to end up kind of repeating what we did today, but tomorrow, where I kind of do an open shop, hang out with Sid after doing all the guests and stuff, and then open shop again one more time in the nighttime. Let's make a deal. Let's be quick about it. Okay. I don't like my cards right now. Let's do that. Time to redraw projects are gonna make me work for it. Okay. Let's do this. Press the attack. Okay. We keep our guard up. We pump up. We blitz. Ah, that didn't quite finish us. Dang it. I had 1 point left and it would have finished it out. Close the deal. 1 point left. This will do nicely. Have a nice day. Who's next? They really need to light these streets better. I hope this potion is up to my standards. What can you tell me about it? Well, let me build some rapport with you first. And then we can muscle memory here. Keep up our guard, which will give me just enough shield. They'll get stubborn again. Ugh. But I'll resist the stress, which is what I want. Okay. I can extend how long that is. Let's press the attack first and see what I get. Will I be gaining any stress? No, but you will be losing patience faster. And you'll be getting that again. So just doing one of these would be good, maybe. I could finish out this first one first. It's going to be 43 to finish that off. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with 3 patients. So I think let's just in turn see what I end up drawing next turn. Because I might just get lucky and get, like, a perfect hand, but... Yeah, nope. Let's... pump up, because I don't actually know if, like, the amount of interest I have in this bar matters at all towards the end, but I'm going to do it. Okay. Step right up. Looking for another all-nighter tonight. Woof. This potion might be the one for me. What do you think? Okay, yeah. Luna has tiny amount of patience, which I did not realize. Let's pump up, then enthusiasm. She's burning through it now. Let's plant the seed. We'll reduce it down to only have 2. I'm kind of hoping to get one of the... That's not what I was hoping to get. I think I have to close here. I don't think... Yeah, nothing I do is gonna end that. And Scheme's just gonna run me out of... I think I have to close deal here. I mean, hey, 30% is still better than the 15 I would have gotten if I'd thrown that in a vending machine. So... That's the thing I gotta remember now. Like, anything that I get... Like, try and go as high as I can. But anything that I get that's over 15% is a win. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. So I'm just gonna recheck that. Sorry, busy artisan. So that my keep my guard up gets its full worth. Let's press the attack, see what I get. A muscle memory, nice. End turn. I get to block that 3 stress, which I'm very glad about. Let's captivate. Press the attack. Blitz. I don't like that they just get to decrease. I think this is the dumbest, like, end of turn consequence they have in the game, in my opinion, by the way. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna decrease the value of the potion no matter what you do. The dumbest debuff in the whole game, in my opinion. Let's do that. Because it's like there's nothing you can do to fight that. Don't have what I want, sadly. That'll just finish it off, so... I think there's like one card in the entire game that just like raises the price. And I think that's from Moktuk. I think that's where that card is. I think this is a bad idea. I'm not sure I like what I see. I might be able to do that one. I should look at my things the next time I go to Brew Potions. Okay. Well, I'm glad I got the starting hand I got. Pump up, and I'm hoping I get Blitz next turn. Build rapport. I don't think I'm going to even get this guy's... I'm not going to... Yeah, I have to close deal here. This is going to be a loss for me. I have to close deal here. I lose out. His patience was so low. I didn't even process.
That's all.
Like, honestly, I should have just... Instead of doing what I did for his first round, I should have just left it honestly. Like, maybe only played Pump It Up and then just skipped. No, because I needed to resist the 5. It would have been the end of the day. I would have slept it off. Granted, I didn't know that was the last guy I was going to do that day, so I should have just taken it. Next day. Alright. 2 days before the competition. Alright. Increased value for cures. Interesting. Increased value for ice tonics, and that's the one I just sold at a discount. Increased value for drowsiness cures. Interesting. Ocean Coasts has stronger monsters and better loot. Okay. I think that's also what I was just doing, so... Increased relationship game with Saffron today. Okay. I might actually prioritize doing that today over Sid. Like, don't get me wrong. Will you be ready in time? I'm kind of already ready. Like, honestly, like I should arrange potions for sales so that I know what I might sell. Maybe I don't go into a sell cycle today and I instead just hang out with all my peoples. I don't know. Or maybe I do one sell cycle, so I hang out with Saffron for the longest amount I can. Get bingo bangoed. I'd rather not get bingo bango bongoed. Thank you very much. Because you can't bingo bango and not bongo, you know? Thank you, Mint. Let's give you your gift of a unicorn horn. Hey, thanks, friend. And then we'll go over to Sid and we'll get our stuff from them and we'll give them a gift. How you doing, Frederick the Dino? Not exactly. Ooh, saltwater melon. D for 40. That's pretty nice. Okay. Gift you. You like bugs. I bow down before your generosity. And then we go up to Baptiste. There are no Donkey Kongas to Bongo, though? Well, no, it's not a Donkey Konga that you need. I'll gift you a flower. You know you're an excellent gift giver. Good to know. 'Twas a pleasure, indeed. We've made some progress in some people's relationships, so... Meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Wow. I don't know what it is about that one, but it is what it is. You get one of these pixie dust diamonds. I'm tired. Why are you tired, Fred? There's a rank up for Roxanne. Interesting. Was not expecting a Roxanne rank up today. I should have been, though. I haven't ranked up with Roxanne in a while. Something on your mind? Yeah, you ranking up.
It's hot down here.
Now I gotta finalize who I'm bringing tonight. Oh, yeah. I suggest preparing at least 3 characters. That's always going to be my suggestion for these sessions. What did you think? That's the thing, Cap. I'm always tired. Fair enough. What did you think of? I think I've like briefly talked about it with a couple of people. What did you think of last time's session? Like, we talked about it a little bit as a group, but what were your opinions and thoughts on it, Fred?
You flirty thing, you.
No, I mean it. It's sweltering.
There was a frost enchantment keeping the lava's heat in check. I deactivated it, then threw on some kindling for good measure. I like the heat. Like most demons, I grew up underground.
Just be careful not to burn the place down, please.
I suppose I can avoid that. But it's hardly fair that you keep amending the terms of our arrangement.
I think don't set my house on fire is a pretty reasonable request.
You're right. Of course you're right. Oh,
It was a fun time. Okay.
Sylvia, you are a font of wisdom without equal.
And you're laying it on a little thick.
Sometimes pandering is the best way to steer a conversation in your favor. Dignity be damned.
I was going to say there's our something new, pander. Raise interest by 24, but apply self-hatred for 2 turns. Oh, that's a rough card.
Who has time for dignity anyway?
Wield the power responsibly, dear protege. Now, as toasty as it is in here, I find myself in need of more kindling. Care to come along?
Sure.
Here we are. There's bound to be abundant driftwood along the shore.
I assumed we'd be buying kindling from a vendor. I know this one druid.
There are some things you must do yourself.
Roxanne takes a piece of driftwood from the sand. She pulls it close, as if sniffing it. Sylvia can just make out the sound of Roxanne whispering in an unfamiliar language.
Was that a spell?
It's a ritual, but not a magical one. I don't mean to be secretive, but I tend to be private about my heritage. You could say I'm still working out.
Congratulations on your 60 stream streak, Frederick the Dino.
Suffice to say, there's a ritualistic significance to the gathering of fuel for the hearth. So please keep your eye out for more driftwood, but allow me to carry it all myself.
Alright, what am I supposed to say here? Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. I want to respect your traditions.
Particularly the traditions that save you from manual labor,
I mean, that's an upside.
I appreciate you taking this seriously. And every demon carries their own kindling during the week of 1,000 pyres.
Tell me more.
I'm not familiar with the Week of 1,000 Pyres.
It's a time of great importance to my people. You see, demons didn't always live below ground. Long ago, we called the surface home, until generations of conflict finally forced my ancestors to flee their homes. They left everything behind and undertook a great migration. But still, that wasn't enough to satisfy their oppressors. The exiles were pursued by their enemies. Ultimately, they were backed against a mountain range. Things looked dire. Lighting pyres for their fallen, the exiles despaired for the future of demonkind. Then, in the light of those many pyres, something was illuminated in the seemingly endless rock of the mountains. It was a cavern that led to a vast network of underground tunnels. More than that, it was salvation. We've lived underground ever since, and 1 week each year we keep our hearths blazing in memory of those who came before.
That's a beautiful story, but so sad. I can't believe I've never heard it before.
They say history is written by the victors, but I've found survivors tell the more compelling tales. Thank you for allowing me to share mine. I'm far from home, Sylvia. To my knowledge, I'm the only demon on this entire landmass. It's not in my nature to feel lonely. But when demonic holidays like this roll around, I think of the people I've left behind. I think of my family. And I'm glad not to be entirely alone here.
Let me know if your nights get lonely.
Let me know if your nights get lonely. We might find other ways to keep you warm.
Dear girl, I'm not sure you could handle the heat. Thanks all the same.
Oof.
I'm not sure I realized how much this particular holiday meant to me until just now. It's not altogether irritating to be sharing it with you.
What is that stripe on her tail spike? There was like a shadow stripe on her tail spike, which was weird. Visual, aroma, sound. Alright, we had just gifted Roxanne, so we go over to Luna. Ta-ta! Except you just said ta, which is weird to do at once, but okay. Gift. You like fruit? Ugh, the anticipation. Hold on, I've got to get a pic of this. And then we go to saffron, in which we double our affinity gain with saffron today. Okay. You like plants. I don't know if, like, the tier of gift does anything. Like, if I were to give Saffron, like, a mana worm root, would that be better than just giving Saffron a mandrake root? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna do it once. Just do it. You make thoughtfulness look effortless. Maybe, I think that might do something. I'm not certain, though. We will come back to hang out with Saffron, but we are going to go over to Moktok first. Ice tonics and drowsiness cures. Increased game of Saffron. Moktok. No, we also have to stop by Quinn. Moktok, take this calamari. Truly, you know my heart. I do not like goodbyes. I feel like that's the best Moktok I've done in a bit. Expand. Take my fruit, my phantom pond, and my salt watermelon. Oh, salt watermelon. Ah, aha, aha, aha. Submit. Cool. Hand it over. I haven't heard Quinn's voice in a bit. Gift. Slime. A sack of it. No strings attached, really. Oh, there's a rank up for Quinn. Want to demystify the deep depth of Critical Role? Sure, let's go for it. 'Twas a pretty good walrus. I appreciate your compliment. Quinn and Potionomics. Rank up. What's up? Oh wait, shoot.
I was thinking about getting some ice cream. You want in?
I don't know. I might not
I
have
don't
good
know.
company today.
Nah, I can't get that. It's distinct. Oh no. Rank 6, okay.
No change there, am I right?
Ooh, singer. Better watch out, Sylvia. I might be rubbing off on you.
We can discuss the implications of that over ice cream.
And that's another one of my tricks. Stoking someone's interest gently and then adding fuel to the fire. That's a good move.
There's our card. Fuel to the fire. Doubles the interest applied by buffs and debuffs. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting card. Because it'd make anything that gives it, like, sympathy would do 50% instead of 25%. Not that I have a bunch of other buffs or debuffs that I apply. Ooh, but that does also mean that the
You win.
anything that lowers interest on a debuff would be rough as well. So, like, stubborn would be rough.
Choices. Decision fatigue is real. So, I'm just gonna get one of everything.
Just kidding. Quinn isn't kidding while Sylvia deliberates over her options. Quinn orders 1 scoop of every flavor all piled together in a bowl. It's a power move Sylvia can't help but admire. Even if she's sure that Tentacle Surprise can't possibly pair well with Cactus and Cream.
Yeah, I overindulge sometimes. Blame the deprivations of my childhood.
Tell me more about that.
Nah.
But we've spent all this time together, and I feel like I barely know you.
What's there to know? I like sleeping. I eat stuff I shouldn't eat. Sometimes I get visions.
What about friends or family? Where did you grow up?
I've been on my own a long time, Sylvia. Just me and Boxer against the world.
Boxer. That's your mimic, right?
He's the best mimic ever. I found him when he was just a little thing. He was mimicking a shoebox. Almost took my hand off. That's when I fell in love with him. I couldn't believe someone had just left him to
Tentacle surprise? I've seen that anime before. It was an ice cream flavor here.
of acid, one toe at a time.
Some people, maybe. But you're a person, and it sounds like you did right by Boxer.
Well, we're a team. He keeps my stuff safe. I discard his leftover carcasses. So far, it's worked out all right. And hey, wait a minute. Curse it! You tricked me into talking about my feelings.
I like seeing this side of you. It's nice to get a little peek past your walls.
You sound like the world's least interesting peeping Tom. But that's all you're getting out of me today. Push me on this, and Boxer will eat you.
Because he's a good boy.
A good boy. Have you met him? He's the best boy, Sylvia. The best.
All right, there we go. Have we met? Just kidding. All right. That's us hanging out with everybody. So I'm going to go to our potions. Ooh, I need to make sure that I have all my stuff still, too. It's a greater ice tonic, a greater sight enhancer, and a greater speed potion. Okay. Kind of meant for that to go, the problem is I don't know what to brew right now. It's really rough determining like what I should brew when I have no like guides. You know, like I don't know. Oh, I'm not trying to brew the best version of this I can. It's just kind of throw together whatever I can right now. What do I have that has 3 flavors? These 2. And these 2? I didn't process that these 2 were 3 flavors. So, enhancers and cures seem to be 3 colors each. I wonder if like these are going to be 4 colors each or not. Like these would become 3 colors, and then these would become, and then these will stay 3 colors, but then these 2 will be 4 colors. I don't know. Or maybe these 3 will be 4 colors. And these ones will all be 3. I don't know. Let's try and do another alertness set. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have this guy. They want a cozy health and mana potion. Let's try and do that first. So, health potions are red and green. Let's do this instead. Cozy. Okay. Okay, and then I can get rid of cozy and try and balance that out with not one of those. Let's do, I have like a 12 in red, right? Except I need this to be the next tier up, right? Yeah. So let's clear. Make sure I use that, I suppose. Red and green. A couple of those will actually pump me up quite a ways. and that's perfectly balanced. And then I have 2 to keep it perfectly balanced, but then raise it up to the best tier. Do I have like an 18 for red? I have a 12 for red. I could do 2 12s, I suppose. So I could do that and this. That'll guarantee me the tier up. Okay, and now I just gotta do the same thing for a mana potion. Okay, and I can use the same thing to make sure I get it. GM, if you want to enforce a tight timeline, it's okay to dead end players who are getting distracted by low priority shenanigans. I think I need more. I'm assuming dead end players means that what they're trying to do runs into a dead end, like you narratively run into a dead end, like, oh, there's nothing more the character can do beyond this point, is the idea there. And then I just need to get... Boom. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, friggin', I need to balance... Me not thinking. I need to get 12 red in there to balance out that guy. I could do 2 of those, would be the easiest way. Oh, I've been balancing... I've been freaking... This is the wrong thing. I forgot to change the fact that I need yellow. Or not red. I need yellow. Okay. Do I have anything that's just worth 20 yellow? I have this guy that's worth 30 yellow. Then I need something that's worth 12 yellow. Okay. More or less the idea, like NPCs they're looking for their shenanigans aren't available, for example. Okay. That's what I imagined, but... like I could just do that, but that feels kind of boring. Did I see an 18? I could do an 18 yellow and an 18 green. Neither of those negate the comforting, so there we go. That's our potion, except the other one was for 4 hours, so I think I'll throw in a log so those at least line up. Except not one of these 4 slots. This guy. Alrighty. I guess I'll try and go for this other one. What is that? Sparkly Sight. For a Fire Tonic and a Sight Enhancer. The Sight Enhancer will be the funkier one, which will determine whether or not I can actually do this. I need it to not have E. I need it to not have D. But I can get it done. Oh wow, it's even all 3 of the colors. 20, so I need to get away. Okay. Okay. So I need a way to get 20 green right now. without raising other things. Is there something? I don't. There's nothing for like 2. I also need to make sure that the reds and greens are divided by 8, 16. Okay. Let's clear this way. This is I don't like what I was doing there. I do think that that's a good way to get people refocused if that's what you're going for. Oh, right. I needed at least one of these eels. Okay. But 10, and then something divided by 3 that's close to 10. 16 doesn't hit that, right? Or, well, with 16, that somehow makes those divisible by 3, which is not how that works, but okay. What would these do? No matter how many of these I add, none of those won't become divisible by 3, will they? Because those are 3 and the 10 is not divisible by 3, that's why that won't happen. Okay. Do I have a 4 yellow? Yes, okay. So if I have an 8 yellow or a 4 yellow. Okay. Which makes those divisible by 3. And so I just need to raise that to the next divisible by 4. So what's green? Pure green. What do I got? I got 2 to raise it nice and high. Is that? No. I don't know. I should probably sit here and do the actual math. That's 6 when divided by 3. So 6 times 4 is 24, so I need to raise it by 14. In 2, though. Gosh darn it. I don't think I'm going to get this one perfectly balanced. If players are going for black market merchants, honor that choice by having the merchants be eccentric and or shady. I see, I see. Okay, I have an idea. We'll get these out of here. And I go for an 18 in yellow and 18 in, not green, in 18 in yellow. That's not divisible by 3. 16 in yellow? One second, let's... Oh my goodness, clear. Give me the eel. Don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay. Okay. So the problem is that I need something that makes the 10 divisible by 3 on those two sides. Which 18 would become 28. Is 28 divisible by 3? we? I don't think so. Do I have a red that's divisible by, or a red that's just 8 in here? Yeah. Okay, that simplifies things, because I think I had done 2 of the 4s, which makes the, now I need to get that to 24. Right? Oh, what tier does it need to be? Common. Okay, it's common for both. Okay. Okay, that's doable, that's doable. But yes, I think that black market merchants, there has to be something about them to make them black market. A lot of the times that is, like, eccentricities are what people keep some people from becoming legitimate merchants. But they because they are like an underground contact, they have a little bit more freedom when it comes to doing stuff like that, for sure. And then a red 6. And then I can raise it. I have something that's just like a green 30, right? I thought I did. This guy. Perfectly balanced. It's going to be common. It's going to be a higher tier common. And it will end up having the visual trait, which is what I need, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. And then I think my other potions are 4 hours right now, so let's just throw on one of these, get it to 4 hours. Brew. Boom. Oh, that was a lot of math up here. But you have to remember that, like, the black market is illegal goods. So they should either be, like, they need to be either eccentric or shady, are like the two. Yeah, like you said in the thing, eccentric or shady, because of the fact that, like, they have to operate underground. You're already going to them because they're, you know, have stuff that aren't available on the open market. And so they know to act out certain characters to get people to come back. All right, so we're going to finish out today. Today is Hangout with Saffron Day. So we're going to travel over to Saffron. What? We have a 3-hour Hangout with Saffron option. Okay. Let's travel back to Mint and Sid real quick and get them adventuring for 3 hours. Where's the best... Sorry, 1 second, Sid. Ocean Coast has stronger monsters and better loot. Which is this again. Ocean Coasts for another day in a row. But expected. Do one of these. You don't need that, but you do need... I don't have like a minor speed potion, huh? All my... Well, I have commons. Yeah. I just need to make sure I keep 1 greater sight enhancer and 1 greater for ice tonic. Okay. Never fear, I'm on it. Okay. And then we have you go on an adventure. We're also going to the ocean coasts. My second to last greater ice tonic, because I need that for the competition. And then you need a mana potion. And I'll give you a speed potion. And do I need to give you a health potion? Yes. But I can give you one of these. Ooh, you need a little more health potion. Okay. Was I doing 2 ice tonics for you or something? I'll just give you one of these, though. 183, 183. Oh, this one's also 183, but it only has bad traits, so we'll do this guy. Okay, there we go. Oh, did you get a mana increase? You did! You have 4 mana now! Congratulations, Mint. Okay. Show the impact of the party's mercy by showing that an NPC the party put effort into redeeming is living a better life. Yeah, if they put effort into making them redeemed rather than just like sparing them and telling them to do better. Like if there was like an active conversation with them more than just, we're not going to kill you, do better in the future kind of idea. Like if they gave them like, I think that like if they were like there and they were like, hey, take this money, go live a better life, do something different with your life, you know, something among those lines at the minimum, then there's like a deserve for, not a deserve, like they had to earn it, but like, then I think that's more impactful than just we're sparing your lives, get out of here and don't do this again. I feel like that's less impactful when you run into them again than like a slightly more direct intervention. All right, we sent out our adventurers. Let's go chalk in with Baptiste, because I just remember that we should see what he has today. I don't have that. That's a good thing to have him go get. Let's have him get me 2 of them. Okay. I brewed. The only other thing I can think of to do today is maybe go stop by Quinn to buy some more ingredients. But I think I'm going to do that when I go to brew more potions. No, not true. I am going to stop by Quinn to buy ingredients. I need to buy those spiders. Those spiders are the only source of only purple that I have right now, I think. So let's see, does anything else like that? Does only purple. Yeah, the spiders are the only thing I have as a source of only purple. So I kind of have to make sure I go buy my spiders when I can. Could do. Let's just buy the best source of only colors that I can get for each one right now. Which, despite the fact that this one looks like it, it's going to be this one actually. Because that one has the debuff. So at my current stage right here is the good one. And then those reef radishes have been pulling in crutch, but I think these dragon roots are going to be better. Let's just do, let's not spend that much money, let's do that. And I think the, oh, let's do these boggleberries. Darn, I went back down below 3,000. I was trying to avoid that, but it is what it is. Oh, you know what? The other thing I need to buy today, because I have a more limited supply of getting them, are these guys. Because I've been giving them to Roxanne as gifts, but I can only buy 4 of those a day, whereas the other ones I can buy 10, so I can do slightly less often restocks of them if I wanted. All right, I think that's all of our purchasing and stuff, so we're going to go hang out with Saffron for 3 hours. What is today? Today's day 18. All right, let's hang out. Let's clean up some litter, Saffron. In a perfect world, this would be necessary. Wouldn't be necessary, alas. It's a short walk from Saffron's clearing before they find the first pieces of litter. There's a soiled cloth, and a rotting old scabbard, a few tin cans. Sylvia levitates the litter into Saffron's open trash sack. Since when did we have levitation powers? I guess that makes sense. We have the brooms that we sweep with. When a glint of light catches her eye, there is a discarded bottle in the bushes. Sylvia flushes with embarrassment at the sight. It looks like one of her potion bottles has been left behind as trash. I echo your frustration, but believe me when I say we've made a difference here today. Sylvia feels a good deal closer to Saffron and significantly less stressed. And there's a rank up with Saffron. What rank is this going to for Saffron? Is this 6 to 7? We might be getting an achievement here right now. Let me double check though. Saffron. This is 6 to 7. Okay. Are you guys ready for an achievement? It is going to be the saddest achievement. So we're gonna save scum it. Confirm. Okay, there we go. Achievement from Rowan. Rowan, I see you're back. You gonna tell me about the thing that I shouldn't be upset about because you had good luck? Right, that's what you said? Yeah, because you got lucky? You gonna tell me about it, or? I'll do the achievement real quick. Travel. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Oof. Saffron, let's do this. And then I'm gonna save scum.
I've been feeling less burdened since our recent.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I had been so determined to leave the past in the past, but it feels better to have everything out in the open. It's really helped with my productivity, too. Just this morning, I converted an old ladder into a wine rack, which was necessary. Because yesterday, I decided my old wine rack would make a fine bird feeder. Now I just have to figure out how to get the bird feeder up into that tree.
You know what? We're gonna do this again, so I'm gonna...
There you go again, solving my problems.
Still super in and out of service. That's fair.
I like making you smile. Brightens my day.
I save all my best smiles. Let me teach you some breathing exercise.
Regulated breathing. Reduce stress by 1 at the start of each turn. Lasts until the end of the current haggling sessions. Stacks. Nice.
And exhale.
Okay. Now, here's the achievement, everybody.
I think we're better off as friends.
There's the achievement. Didn't pursue a romantic relationship with a character, just friends. Except, we're going to go back and reload that, because I do want to do that. But we skipped that interaction so that we could get most of it without being tainted. But I did need that achievement, so... Settings... I return to title. Confirm. Continue. That's how we reload the game. Now we travel back to Saffron. We're about to get to our second romantic relationship. Free love setting, everybody.
I've been feeling
still
less burdened
super in and
since
out
our
of
recent
service.
talk. I had been so determined to leave the past in the past, but it feels better to have everything out in the open. It's really helped with my
You ever friend zone someone for the achievement? I did
I
today.
converted an old ladder into a wine rack, which was necessary.
Which was
Yesterday,
necessary.
I decided my old wine rack would make a fine bird feeder. Now I just have to figure out how to get the bird feeder up into that tree. I suppose I'll have to make a new ladder.
Or I could fly it up for you.
There you go again, solving my problems.
I like making you smile. Brightens my day every time.
I save all my best smiles for you, and my best haggling tips. Let me teach you some breathing exercises that will keep you calm through even the most difficult...
Twitch hates me? Why does Twitch hate you, Rowan? Regulated breathing.
And exhale. Got it.
I do well to remember my own advice. I think my palm is sweating. The fleshy one, I mean.
Is everything all right?
Yes, but I wanted to discuss some things. To begin with, Sylvia, you are extraordinary, and I cherish you. When we're together, I feel something stirring inside of me.
A blush
The
face.
part of me that's been sleeping for a very long time has started to awaken. And that frightens me, Sylvia.
I'm not sure what to say. It sounds like you like me, but also like you're not sure that's a good thing.
It's a complicated thing. It isn't always easy for me being vulnerable. The friends I lost all those years ago, they were more than friends, really. In all the ways that matter, they were my family. Since then, being open and letting people in, it hasn't always come naturally for me. But yes, Sylvia, you're right. I like you quite a lot. And if I find it scary to say so, well, that just gives me an opportunity to stand up and be brave. So what do you think? Am I right to believe there's something here?
And then you're about to enter a romantic relationship with Saffron. And there's definitely
There's
something
definitely
here.
something here, and I think we should explore it.
You're right. We should. Let's be brave, Sylvia. And bold. Starting right now. But what to do? How to revel in our newfound fearlessness. I know. Let's carve our names into a tree.
That's a sweet idea, but are you sure? It feels a little bit like vandalism.
I'll be sure to ask the tree for permission, but they tend to go along with this sort of thing. In fact, I never get a tattoo without trying it out on a tree first.
Wait a minute. Saffron, you have tattoos? What are they? Where are they?
Where are they?
Guess you'll just have to keep your eyes peeled.
I think I'm gonna like dating you.
Yeah, I think you probably will.
You ever time travel to unfriend zone someone? All the time. Achievement, I think? Yes, Rowan, we got the achievement. We friend zoned and then unfriend zoned Saffron. Alright. Do I want to purchase? No. Okay, so we've hung out with Saffron. We can go get our stuff from Mint. Guess what? It's really safe out there. Very nice. Cool, cool. Oh, I know why it took more for Mint today. It took more for Mint because Mint had to deal with, they were stronger than they were. Because last time it was just there's extra loot. This time they were actually stronger. Alright, okay. I think that's a new one. I think we've gotten everything else before. I gifted you, right? Yeah. Don't worry, Sid, I won't. Okay, we had gotten it before. That's not expandable. I don't think I'm going to send them out again. Or maybe I will, just not to the same spot. Can I do a bigger hangout with you? I can. So I think I'm going to make this day really simple for me. Because I can't do any more to gain relationship with Saffron. I give up. When I have airport Wi-Fi, I'll try again. Okay. Bye, Rowan. I think I'm gonna listen to music and just have this day be like hanging out with people. But I will have Mint go out and explore because we've done everything we can for Saffron. Gave her a gift, we hung out with her, and then we ranked up. So I'm gonna send Mint out. I won't be sending Mint out to the Ocean Coast. I don't feel like I need more from the Storm Plains, so we'll send Mint out to the Storm Plains. What's that do for me? 12, 24. You have 21, so you will need a health potion. You will need a mana potion. But then I can do Greater Sight Enhancer. Okay, I still have a Greater Sight Enhancer. I have a Greater Ice Tonic. What was the last one I needed again? Was it a Greater Thunder Tonic? No, it was a Greater Speed. It was Greater Speed. I have a Greater Speed. Okay. Test. Okay. Let's do it. Good choice. I'm on it. And then... yeah, and then we hang out with Sid, I think. Yeah. Listen to music. And then we'll see if we rank up Sid again. I don't think we will, but we'll see if we rank up Sid again. Sid and Sylvia walk the streets of the town until they find a tavern advertising live music. Inside, a bard performs on stage. He's singing a song Sylvia has heard 100 times. It's his rendition, and his rendition is not especially impressive. Still, Sylvia thinks it's a little extreme when the crowd starts pelting him with rotten fruit. Oof. Unfortunately, it's all part of the process. No bard ever honed their craft without getting a tomato in their eye once or twice. But say, think you can use any of these scraps for your potions? Sylvia feels a good deal closer to Sid and significantly less stressed. Alright, we spent 480 yesterday and didn't make any. That's fine. I aren't. Oh, right, from the vending machine. GM, high-level spellcaster NPCs can and will hand wave away threats. Don't invalidate these moments. However, view them as a reward for the players for making it this far with their characters. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what happens. Decreased value for tonics, darn. Increased value, increase in customers, increased value for tonics. So those negate each other, I assume? Bug ingredients, all the ingredients cost more. Okay, cool. So don't buy ingredients today. Got it. Okay, let's go check in with Sid real quick. Sid, the Bardakiro. There is a rank up here, which I think is the last rank up we need for that specific build. Okay, so here's what we might do, because I want to investigate this build more. So what I might do is I might do this rank up and end stream after this rank up, and then I might spend some time figuring out this deck build and like playing it a bit and see what I think of it off stream, and just like do the same like day over and over again kind of idea to get there. Just like not save and see what I think. Because I think that's the last thing I need for that thing. Okay, cool. I did click on Sid. It's very nice, very nice. Let's rank up Sid. I've got nowhere to be.
Nice day for a shopping spree, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels rough, but that is just the thing of spellcasters.
I don't really need anything, but maybe I'll see something I can't resist. In addition to you, I mean.
Sid grips Sylvia's elbow and steers her into a crowded marketplace, grinning madly.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Do I seem a little manic? I probably do. You've got to understand, back home, I never got to do stuff like this. I couldn't leave my house without being mobbed by fans and photogs. Forget about a shopping trip, there'd have been a riot. I feel ridiculous complaining about it. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but it's a lot sometimes. I'm glad I decided to go incognito while in Rafta.
I think you always stand out in a crowd is the answer here, is what I saw. Yeah.
You always stand out in a crowd, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, good. I wouldn't want to lose you in the throng. But maybe I'll hold on tight, just in case. And for the record, it's not like I want to fade into the background. I just want a little distance between myself and my brand, I guess. My professional image is cookie cutter clean. But out here, well, my stylist isn't around to tell me what not to wear.
I prefer to make my own fashion choices, even when they're bad ones.
Totally. There's some things a person should get to decide for herself. Back home, it wasn't just my clothes or hair that were out of my control. Before this little sabbatical, my record label had final say over what I ate, where I went, who I spent time with. I'm telling you, Sylvia, they micromanaged my whole life.
That's
All in an
rough,
effort to
Sid.
maximize my appeal to the widest possible audience. It's nice to get a break from all that, to explore my own style.
And write your own music.
Yes, exactly that. It's sort of all related, isn't it? Choosing your own look, the face you present to the world, and singing your own words. Words you believe. It's all self-expression. Find your rhythm, and people will hear what you're really trying to say.
Rhythm. Applied prepped rhythm. All cards played cost 1 patience less next turn. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
That's a tip I can tap my foot to.
I hope you'll be swaying along to my original composition soon.
So the writing's going well?
Yeah, I've gotten to the part in the story where our hero needs to lean on someone else. I could introduce an animal helper, or have our hero enlist the aid of a great magician. Which trope do you like best?
Let's see. So they're an underdog who uses wits and cleverness. And they can get a helpful mage or an animal helper. I think I'm going to do the animal helper.
Because adding an animal makes every story better.
I had you pegged as an animal lover all along. You want it? You got it. As for me, I think I want footwear. Did you see? There's a whole booth over there just for shoes.
I saw a pair of boots with some pretty severe spikes. I think they might suit you. But you should be the judge of that.
You've got me figured out pretty well, haven't you? Come on, let's both try on a pair.
Alrighty. Well, I think that is going to be our day today. Oh, I can check in with... I should probably give out gifts real fast before we finish, actually. More storm clouds overhead. Okay. Nice. Oh, that might be a new thing, actually. Don't think I remember seeing that in the store. A new only blue. Okay. Let's give out gifts real fast. Before I forget. Hey, say thanks, friend. Pop over, back over to Sid. Now, we'll give out gifts. We'll save game. We'll be done for the day. Gifts. You like bugs? Got it yourself a fan for life. Mr. Baptiste likes flowers. He's also got me things. The Barghest Canine, right? Invest. Oh, I don't think I have one of those, actually. Stone Plains Giant Mushroom. Gift. You like flowers? You humbly accept. Okay, well, humbly go away. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, there's a rank up there. I should probably do Salt and Pepper's rank up. We're doing the tiny wrap-up stuff today.
Hey, so we set some meals aside for a special occasion. put them to use. You want in?
Put them to use? You mean eat them?
What? No! We don't want to eat them. We got plans for these slimy things. Big plans.
So I'll take one.
So I got a bit peckish and thought I deserved a treat. We've still got plenty to work with, don't worry. Come on, Sylvia. You want to be a blood brother? You've got to do this run with us. All right, here's the deal. There are some people around town who are on our list. And those people are going to wonder why their homes suddenly smell like rotting eel. You follow? We've got to sneak into their homes, stash an eel somewhere, and get out without getting seen.
I can do that.
Do that. I'm sneaky. And if I do get spotted, I can handle myself in a fight. Whoa there, Tiger. We don't need any altercations. Stealth is key. But if you want to take the first house, be our guest.
Visualize success, Sylvia.
All right, here goes. Don't worry, Annie Pepper. I'm sure she's got this. And if she gets caught, we never met her, right? Uh-oh, looks like the window's locked.
Look, Salt. She's noticed the chimney.
If she tries to climb up there, she's definitely falling to her death. Wait! She's got a flying broom with her! Where was she keeping that thing? Mission accomplished.
Nicely done, Sylvia.
Yeah, flying up and dropping the eel down the chimney? That was an inspired move. Personally, I'm not shy about breaking a window, but your way worked too. We can take it from here. I know you're due back at your shop.
The shop can wait.
Can wait. I really don't want to miss any of this.
Look, Pepper, someone's developing a taste for mischief.
Mischief is delicious.
Unfortunately, eels are delicious too. We sort of got into the sack while you were otherwise occupied. No more eels, no more vengeance. But at least we made that one count.
Please accept this token of our initiation.
Decrease the cost of treasure chests by 20%. Very nice, very nice.
Nice. Very
Original Nerevar, the original Horton.
The heck?
That comes
Belong.
with rewards.
That's a video I was watching earlier today.
In a hurry. Start burping up eel any minute.
I was playing with my headphone case and I accidentally bumped the headphone in here, which sometimes turns on even when it's in the case, which is a problem with this headphone brand, but it's one that I deal with. Gift, you get one of these guys. Now the question is, does anybody else recognize the narrator of that YouTube video from the 4 words that played? Gift, you like a fruit. You've got my attention. OMG, so super cute. And there's a rank up for Luna. Okay, I gotta do the rank ups when they come. Luna, Potionomics. I was hoping you'd want to chat.
It feels good to stretch my wings. I pulled an all-nighter last night. I feel like I've earned an ice cream. That's ice cream with air quotes. I'm lactose intolerant, but I make do.
Luna orders a cup of shaved ice out of an array of flavored syrups. She selects the coffee flavor. She then offers to pay extra for an additional few pumps of it. Then she asks them to pour an espresso on top.
That's basically just iced coffee at this point.
Ooh, iced coffee sounds delicious. Let's hit the cafe on our way back. But first, I have some news I wanted to share with you. It's big news, and as soon as it happened, all I could think about was telling you all about it. I have this funny feeling that good news will be even sweeter in your company. Sort of like this shaved ice, actually.
I'm all ears.
Well, you know how I've been going door to door to door in my effort to sign up clients? Of course you know that. That's how we
That's
met.
true. Yeah.
Anyway, all that legwork paid off. I've got a brand new client. A big one. And this client, they came to me.
Should I be jealous?
Should I be jealous? I'm not sure I want to share you.
Oh, Sylvia. Don't worry. You know you're my number one.
I can't tell if we're flirting or if you're trying to reassure me as a client.
Can't it be both? But I can assure you there's been zero flirting with the new client. Beyond that, I can't say much more until it's all official. There's a trial period so they can be sure they like my work before committing to anything. I had to sign an NDA. It was super exciting.
You are getting paid though, right? During this trial period?
Well, no. But the work I'm putting in now will really pay off in the long run.
I trust you know what you're
I
doing.
trust you know what you're doing. You've been at this for a while now.
Oh, Sylvia, you did look at my CV, didn't you? There's no reason to worry. This client vets the people they work with, same as me. I'm sure I'll pass muster. And bonus, my parents will be so proud.
Tell me more.
Your parents keep up with what you're doing?
Oh, yes. Mom and Pop are very invested in my career. They check in for
Tell
updates
me
pretty
more,
regularly.
tell me more.
I think it's hard for them. I'm the first in my family to move away from our hometown. And there's a lot of us. I have 85 siblings.
That's a lot.
Really? That's incredible.
Hi, buddy.
It's not so unusual for mods. What's incredible is how accomplished all of them are. Among us, there are a dozen doctors, twice as many lawyers. I get all the updates from my parents. They're really proud of my brothers and sisters.
And of you too, right?
You know, I think they're getting there. Like I said, the distance is hard on them. They worry about me. But when the deal with this client gets announced, oh, Sylvia, they'll be overjoyed.
I'm happy for you, Luna.
Thank you. And like I said, don't worry about a thing.
Ow.
I remain committed to the high level of service.
Claws out of my leg, please. Thank
In
you.
fact, I've got a coupon here just for you.
Oh, the first coupon from Luna. Very nice, very nice. Decrease the cost of marketing by 20%.
A coupon? Wow. You really do get me.
I knew you'd like it. I pride myself on client care after all.
All right. Now we stop by Saffron. We gotta give Saffron a gift. You like the plant. And I think we established that maybe they do get better. I love it, unreservedly so. There's another rank up for Saffron immediately. I think that at this point, even Muktuk's not as high as Saffron's going to be right after this. Saffron was not this one. That one's Quinn. Is this one Saffron? That one's Roxanne. This one's Saffron, this one's Saffron. Okay. No, okay. I'm happy you came by. Can't believe we immediately ranked up Saffron
Something
again.
a little different in mind for today. Since we're dating, I figure I can finally reveal one of my most closely guarded secrets.
This ought to be good.
Oh, it's good. I'm talking about my secret recipe for tree sap whiskey.
Tree sap whiskey? I didn't even know that was possible.
It's possible, and it's delicious. A cat by the name of Sugar entrusted the recipe to me. He was one of my companions, the rogue of the group, and our captain when we were on the water. His damage output was matched only by his alcohol tolerance, and tree sap whiskey was his favorite. He used to say it had more kick than an angry centimule.
I'm
Hi, buddy.
sold. Where do we start?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is ask a tree for permission to tap it.
So you weren't joking before. You can talk to the trees.
In truth, it's less about talking and more about listening. Trees are constantly communicating. They send out signals to other trees about environmental hazards. And each tree's leaves and bark hold a treasure
Oh,
trove
you're
of
blepping just a
information
little.
about its health and history.
Just the tip of his tongue.
We've just got to find an ambrosia tree of moderate age that has plentiful sap and a genial nature.
Saffron leads the way through the forest. She places her palm against certain trees along the path. She seems to be listening for something, but Sylvia hears nothing. At last, Saffron finds a tree that she says will suit their needs. She carves into it with a specially prepared spork made of dark, dense wood. Her sporking skills show great precision. She cuts just deep enough that the wound drips a steady stream of sap into her waiting bucket.
Thank you for your generosity, proud sentinel of the wood. I'll patch you up when we're done. Sylvia, we just have to wait until that bucket's full. Then we can head back to my place.
I'm glad you're here to show me the way. I'm totally turned around.
I forget some people struggle to navigate the woods. Personally, I know the area even better than I know the precise arrangement of freckles on your shoulders.
So, pretty well then.
Yeah, I've made a
The
thorough
implications
study
there?
of both, but I could always take a closer look.
Seriously though, don't all the trees kind of look the same?
They do not. Not if you're paying attention. This forest contains pines, oaks, gloam willows, all grouped in unique arrangements.
I should learn the difference. I can at least try to figure out what distinguishes a pine from a... what's a willow?
I'd be happy to help with that, but let's set the trees aside for a moment. If what you see is not enough to help you get your bearings, there are other senses you can rely upon. Notice the tang of sea salt on the air. Feel the sponginess of the moss beneath our hooves. This particular spot of woodland is a spot like no other. And this is what I really mean when I talk about mindfulness, Sylvia. It's not just about shutting out the stress. It's about what you choose to take in. It's about being truly present.
I think I follow you. I know I could be better about living in the moment. It's a struggle when there are bills to pay.
Let me ease your burden a bit, Cherry Blossom.
And there's another 20% coupon. Very nice.
You're sweet. And that does help. Thanks. Some whiskey might help too. Is it almost ready?
Oh, I'm afraid I may have given you the wrong impression. This process takes several decades. But the anticipation is part of the pleasure. Take these next 30 years to prepare your senses.
Oof.
And in the meantime, I've got some cheap moonshine stashed away in one of these tree hollows, I think.
Okay, so how much does these cost now? 16 instead of it was 18, and before that I think it was 20. So, and then these are worth 8 now, and these are both 40, which is not too bad. Copy. How much does all these things cost now? I could actually do the shop front for an additional shelf. The question is, how far do I want to push? You know what? I'm not going to think about it. I'm not doing that right now. Me sitting here like, oh, am I going to spend even more money to get myself down? Because right now I'm over a quarter of the way there. Okay, gift Muktuk. You know what? I'm gonna see what happens if I gift Muktuk a dwarf kraken. Truly, you know my heart. and then Quinn will get some slime. Oh, I can expand. Right, right. Let me do my thing. Gift. Let's give you an advanced ball of slime. It's gonna probably be a while before I used one of those, so I'll give you no strings attached, really. Okay, that one gave me the same notification, so maybe they don't have an impact. I don't know. But for now, that'll be it for us today. I will spend some time between streams building that deck and fiddling around with it. That won't be today. I'll probably try and do that like tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for coming today. If you like what you saw here, maybe drop a and you've made it this far into this series, which is, you know, hours of unedited content. Consider dropping a like and a subscribe if you made it this far. You must like something about the vibe. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.